let me welcome you at today's press conference, which will take 30 minutes, so I'll just skip the formalities and welcome here our distinguished guest, actor and musician who just opened a Czech beer a second ago, Jeremy Renner.
Yes. Hello, hey guys. Thanks for having me.
Who will personally accept the KVIFF Festival President's Award, the closing gala tomorrow. Mr. Renner is also here to introduce his new film, Wind River, directed by Taylor Sheridan, which will screen today at 3 p.m. and will be followed by the KVIFF Talk hosted by the artistic director of the festival, Karel Och. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jeremy Renner.
All right.
Welcome. Are you ready for first question?
Yeah.
Okay, ready for first question. Second row. Just wait for the microphone, please.
Jeremy, what did you do to your arms? How have you hurt your arms?
You have to translate it.
What? No, it was in English.
Did everybody speak English here?
No, they all.
All right, we don't need this thing then. What are we talking about? All right. Yeah, I broke my arms on a stunt on a movie I'm currently shooting. Yeah, stunt ring broke, I broke with it. So, you know, that's how it goes. Part of the job.
Can I ask a second question?
Sure, go ahead.
Is Taylor Sheridan making a second feature as a director, and will you be in it?
If he is, I hope I'm in it. Yeah, if I continue to work as an actor, I think I'll do a bulk of my movies, if I'm lucky to do, with him. I really enjoyed working with him, especially for a first-time director. He's quite an amazing writer and well known for that. But as a director, him and I saw eye to eye on. He's just sort of a brass tacks kind of guy. Just get it done efficiently, get it done truthfully. And he's just a no-nonsense type of guy, and that's who I am. And so we got along really well. And he's just super, super smart for coming across and looking like a cowboy. He's hyper intelligent, so and emotionally intelligent as well, as a young father as well. So yeah, I love working with him and hope to continue working with him.
Nick, there's in the first row. Just take the microphone, Mike, please.
Nick Holdsworth from The Hollywood Reporter. I'm interested to know, having not actually seen Wind River yet, how political it might be given the context in the US at the moment of the Black Rock issues and the whole Trump administration attack on natural resources and the whole idea of the native people.
Yeah, the movie ends up, you know, inadvertently being a topical sort of hot button discussion, but the movie is not intended or made for that reason. I think we're kind of blessed and maybe lucky that it happens to be something talked about right now in media and press. It bodes well for our movie, but that is not what we were intending to shoot. We were shooting it about a character drama on the reservations and about a community, like many communities on reservations, and the things that goes on these reservations.
Any comments on Trump?
I don't have any comment on politics, let alone our current state of politics.
Be for a different press conference, I'm afraid. Will Desert Variety?
Hi. Was this film sort of return to your roots as indie films and low-budget, more personal films? Is this something you'd like to do more of in light of all the action films you've been doing?
Yeah, I mean, this was just storytelling, character-driven dramas, and there's a lot of things I was attracted to. A lot of people know me as a guy that does a lot of action movies, but I certainly don't feel that I am. I've done so many more things and recognized for so many more things that weren't the action movies. So this is back to things that I know how to do and love to do, and I'm challenged to do. So this was a great reason to get back to work. and learn and grow and be challenged. And it was nice to play a father, because I am a young father. Or maybe I'm not young, but I'm a new father. Jesus.
How old is your daughter now?
She's 4. So yeah, just dealing with it was a different character for me to play, and it was a great character to explore.
Super. I think that's it. Okay, next question at the back. Mirka Spáčilová, Mladá fronta dnes.
Spáčilová dnes, dobrý den. My víme, že jste nejen skvělý herec, ale... Dobrý den, Spáčilová dnes. Víme, že jste nejen skvělý herec, ale také muzikant, zpěvák, píšete si písně. Tak by mě zajímalo, jestli někdy zalitujete, že jste se nestal rockovou hvězdou, nýbrž hereckou hvězdou. A pokud by se vaše ruce uzdravily zázračnou rychlostí, zda byste tu uspořádal koncert. Děkuji.
Yeah, I'd play you a few songs if my hands would work, but they don't. And I have no regrets. I made a conscious decision when I was younger to have music be only about a very pure expression of art or my feelings, ultimately. I didn't want it to be a job. So I chose theater and then into movies and television, specifically because I figure I could do that as a job, but also it was something beyond just the job as an actor, because performing as an actor is also, I studied psychology and biopsychology and human behavior, social behavior and things like that. So that also just helps me in life as a man, as well as it does expressing and identifying feelings and emotions, and that's what I do in my job. So it made me a better man, choosing this as a job. I guess if I chose singing, all I would do is just be singing and being tired from being on the road or being sick of the songs that I'm singing over and over. Who knows what that would be. But I really enjoy the choices I've made and have zero regrets. And I feel just blessed that I have the opportunities to express myself in many different forms. And sometimes, yeah, I would like to share some music with some people at some point, but I'll figure it out when it's appropriate.
Thank you. Věra Mišková, Právo, at the back.
Věra Mišková, dobrý den.
Hi.
Hi. Hrajete opravdu i v řadě akčních filmů a ty jsou dnes hodně založené na digitálních technologiích, dodělávají se mnohdy až v počítači. Býváte překvapen, když vidíte film, v kterém hrajete, jeho výsledkem?
Yeah, in some films, yeah, there's a lot of visual effects. VFX becomes a huge part of filmmaking nowadays because it's also done so well. So I remember watching the first Avengers, and that movie is so big and there's so many characters and so many things going on. You can't really understand from a script what the hell you're really doing. Just figure out, your character and your little piece in this puzzle. And then VFX takes over. Once we're done with principal photography, it goes into editing and a lot of VFX, and it creates the bad guys. It creates the aliens. It creates the backdrop. This might be a green screen that I'm shooting, and I'm fighting a guy in a leotard. But on real screen, it turns out to be this really quite fantastic-looking piece of cinema. So yeah, I'm always surprised when it comes to films like Avengers and the whole Marvel universe. Of the output that comes out. I'm a complete surprise. It's actually the only time I really watch a movie that I've done because it's a complete surprise to me how it actually turns out. When it comes to movies like Wind River or things like that, yeah, it's very practical, so you understand what you see is what I see, and so I try not to watch those things too much. But yeah, I get surprised by those action movies. Like Bourne Legacy, that was very practical. There's not a lot of CGI in that. But those, the Marvel Universe, it's always fun to watch those. Those are a thrill.
Thank you. Gentleman in the second row.
Hello, I'm Geza Chakri from Hungary.
Yes.
I would like to ask you, Mr. Renner, that you are making some really interesting choices now. For example, you were a scientist in an Arrival with Denis Villeneuve, now this film, Taylor Sheridan. So my question would be, how do you choose your directors? And as an actor, can you tell me about your relationship with directors?
Yeah, the director is one of the most important things. You know, again, Taylor Sheridan was a first-time director, but I knew him as a writer. Then I got to know him as a man, and also Denis Villeneuve, who I worked with prior to, shot the movie he wrote, Sicario. So it was just sort of kind of like a like-mindedness, I suppose, a problem solver. There's certain qualities in a director that I look for, that are similar to how I think and how, because there's no ego when it comes to me in making a film. I don't care if I'm the lead of the movie or whatever. I'm just there to help serve the story and help the director tell that story and give the editor problems by having so many interesting takes and different levels of emotional output or emotional withholding and different choices. So as long as I feel like the director, like with Catherine, or everybody has a different way to operate, and every actor has a different way to operate, I just kind of look for a like-mindedness on how to elevate the material, challenge the material, challenge the depth of the relationships, of the story, to complicate it simply, and those sorts of things. The director is the most important thing. Like, I don't want a dumb director. And you know, I don't think you can be dumb and direct a movie. It requires a lot of skill set. That's why I haven't directed, because I'm an idiot.
Thank you. Right there. A lot of questions here.
Hello, Mr. Renner. My name is Ali Mosleh from iCinema website, Iran. You were in a successful movie, Hurt Locker, which was about the Middle East, Iraq War. And it was a successful movie which won Oscar. I want to know that right now, are you aware of what's happening in the Middle East? And do you like to act in another movie about the Middle East?
I got one part of the question. I didn't quite get the other part. I think well, for me, the answer is actually no. And it has nothing to do with the Middle East. It has to do with that, I guess in order to shoot in the Middle East, you're shooting in the Middle East. I think some movies shoot like in the desert of Arizona or something. So I don't know. Yeah, to me, I can't shoot that far away from my child now. So being a father is much more important to me than going to shoot a movie in the Middle East. That was a different time in my life that I could do that. So I shoot pretty much within the continent of North America. That keeps me within striking distance, take my daughter to school, pick her up from school. Otherwise, can't do your movie. But I did enjoy my time over there. I got to learn a lot as an actor, and more importantly, as a man, spending a lot of time in the Middle East.
Thank you. Back there. Yeah, sorry, I got carried away by the moving answer. Yeah.
Kokalova Express, good afternoon. Mr. Renner, you cooperate again with Elizabeth Olsen in Wind River. It was your decision to play with her?
Well, yeah. I mean, no one drugged me out of my house to go to set.
No, I mean, it was your choice to get again with her to another movie with Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah, she was one of the reasons why I wanted to do the movie. I got to know her pretty well on two of the Avengers movies, and so it was a great opportunity to work with a friend in a different capacity, not in a costume and shooting a bow and arrow, but we're actually getting to, dive into some, emotional character stuff. And so there was a lot of great shorthand that we had because we knew each other well and trusted each other and loved each other. So we were able to do things that maybe would have been a little bit different if it was an actress I didn't know very well. But yes, she was one of the main reasons why I wanted to go do that with her.
Jana Podskalská, Český deník. It's gonna be in Czech.
Podskalská
It's gonna be in
deník.
Czech.
Dobrý den. Já se s dovolením... Hi. Já se ještě jednou vrátím k dramatu Smrt čeká všude. Zajímalo mě, protože vy jste stál na place pod režijní taktovkou Catherine Bigelow a byla tam většinou asi mužská přesilovka. Jaké to bylo? Jestli byste mohl trochu přiblížit práci s ní. Předpokládám, že vládla železnou rukou. Děkuju.
Did she was a what? Iron lady?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it means tough.
She was tough, yeah.
Yeah, she's tough. She's, how my work with Catherine was for, I don't know, a year and a half prior to even shooting. Understanding what trust does to art. You know, you can't really even begin to discover truths without trust. Trust is breeds the opportunity to find and discover truth in art for me. And Catherine trusted me as I trusted her. And she put me in positions to excel or to suck. This is prior to shooting. Once we started filming, I didn't see her very often. And that was okay. She can go do her job behind the camera, and I'll go do my job in front of it, because we trusted each other. And she is, yeah, as you say, quote unquote, Iron Lady. She's strong. She's mental toughness. She's fortitude. She's unflappable, sweet and tender, thoughtful, emotionally intelligent. But don't mess with her. Do not. She may look like a supermodel, and no, but she'll cut you down with words if she needs to. But she would rather not. She's a fantastic partner, and working with her was a life-changing experience as a performer and as a man. So I couldn't have been more blessed to have that experience with her. And then where it went after that, a couple years after that, once it was released and then went on to the Academy Awards sort of world, that was became a story upon itself. That was just, you kind of couldn't write it. It was a beautiful, beautiful experience.
Thank you.
Iron Lady.
Lady at the back.
Dobré odpoledne, Michaela Široká, televize Prima.
Just a second.
Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Sorry. Hi.
You need the head.
Já mám takovou otázku na odlehčení. Včera jste dával na sociální sítě příspěvek, že jste v České republice a tu Českou republiku, ten název, jste tam nějak špatně vyspeloval. A strhla se vlna vašich fanoušků, která vás na to upozorňovala. Tak mě by jen zajímalo, jestli si tyhle ty příspěvky tam dáváte sám, jestli na to máte lidi a kdybyste na to mohl nějak zareagovat.
You might want to, yeah, I saw that. Blame autocorrect. I blame Siri and I blame autocorrect for that. And my two broken arms for not being able to type so well. But yeah, I spent a lot of time here in Czech Republic. I shot a movie called Mission Impossible in Prague. Yeah, I'm certainly aware of that. And yeah, I think 3 minutes into it, after I read, and then also I didn't have my glasses on. So then I put my glasses on, I'm like, oh yeah, oops. So I went back and edited it. So you can check that I spelled Czech right. But yeah, for 3 minutes I realized I made a mistake, and I own that. Siri.
It was too late.
Damn you, Siri.
The gentleman in the middle.
Aleš Hudský. I would like to ask you for your connection with Remy Martin Cognac.
Yes.
Have you been really its brand ambassador, or you just acted in their commercial? And anyway, how do you choose the commercials you play in?
That was an easy one for me. That was my first venture into a campaign with a brand, and their brand was something that I really took to, because it kind of was a lot about my life. It was about not being defined or being judged by one thing. There's a lot of journalists in this room, I guess, right? But is that all you are? Well, no. So that's what I love, that a lot of people are a lot of things, and that should be celebrated, no matter what it is. And I like that. And so I became an ambassador for them and wanted to support that campaign for that reason. And then also loved how there was a timelessness to their brand, and how they distill takes time. Things that have quality take time. We're in a time where what's the easiest road? What's the quickest thing? What's the quickest fix? What's the fastest way to get there? What is your everybody's on an iPhone? Da 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 da. But true quality and things and effort, there's a time that needs to be taken. So, and I appreciate that as well. So that was an easy choice for me to go support that brand.
There's a lady at the very, very back standing. I can barely see her.
Dobrý deň, hello. Hanna Beranová, Slovenský rozhlas. Hi.
Hi.
Ste veľmi mladí, máte 46 rokov, presnejšie teda stredne mladí. Mohli by ste si...
You'll be happy you didn't hear that.
I'm happy I didn't hear it.
Sorry, beg your pardon.
So young for 40 years?
No, she said you're sort of middle young.
Okay. Okay.
A napriek tomu si myslím, že by ste si mohli trošku retro zaspomínať, ako sa vám podarilo presadiť sa v tom veľkom hollywoodskom filmovom rybníku ako hercovi. Druhá otázka, či ešte stále hráte v divadle? A tretia, či máte nejakého svojho obľúbeného aj európskeho režiséra, prípadne herca alebo herečku? Ďakujem.
Okay, there's a lot of questions. What was okay?
So first one, what's the favorite European director or actor?
I don't believe in the word favorites. And I don't want to limit somebody just because they're from Europe or from Spain or from Iceland or from anywhere. You know, a good director is a good director, and they can be from anywhere. What did I do with my age?
If you could recall your beginnings, like your humble beginnings.
Yes, I don't really look too far back on things that have happened, good and bad in my life, and I certainly don't look too far forward. I just sort of acknowledge both and realize how blessed I am with the opportunities I've had, but I stay pretty present and stay here right now. Like right here with you guys, versus thinking about what I got to do after this. Otherwise, I skip this moment. So I'm a pretty present kind of thinking guy at 46.
Semi-young. It's a great expression. Okay. There are a lot of hands at the back, so you guys somehow distribute it. Yeah, Mirka Spačilova again, sure. And then the lady just before.
Já bych se...
Oh yeah, I'm ready for you, mama.
Tady už padlo slovo Mission Impossible, tak já bych se ráda zeptala na takovou drobnost. Před posledním pokračováním panovaly velké spekulace o tom, jak to bude dál. Jestli už bude postava Toma Cruise zastřelena a že vy zaujmete jeho místo jako korunní princ, tak by mě hrozně zajímalo, jak jste si tyhle ty spekulace, pověsti mezi sebou s panem Cruisem komentovali a jak to tedy bude dál, jestli můžete aspoň naznačit.
Yeah, it's hard to speak to things that are speculative and not truths, you know. I know people talked about that, but they're currently shooting another mission right now that I'm not in because I'm busy with the Avengers franchise. And that's all I can speak to it. I'm pretty upset that I can't be in that one this time because I really enjoy working with Tom and the whole team, Ving and Simon and Rebecca now. It's a really, really wonderful franchise, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. I'm just sad that I'm missing out on this one.
Okay, so there's the lady right there, and then the gentleman up front.
Hello, my name is Teresa from Blesk.cz.
Blesk.cz.
I have no idea what that is.
Doesn't matter.
It's our...
Huh?
Whatever.
That's an online magazine.
Okay.
What are your plans now due to your injuries of your hands? Will it affect your job?
No. I'm sort of a problem solver, you know. Yeah, I mean, there'll be an effect to it, but it won't stop me from doing things that I need to be doing. I'll heal fast, doing everything I can to heal faster. And I'm doing a job that doesn't really require a ton of stunts. It's not an action movie, it's a comedy. It just happened to have a few stunts in it. So I don't have to, you know, beat a whole lot of people up or do anything crazy. So yeah, it won't really affect my job. I mean, it affects how I get dressed in the morning. It does that. I can't tie my shoes. But outside everything else, I think I can kind of get by. So, yeah. And I'll heal up before Avengers starts up for me anyway. So I'll be good in training and doing my thing there. Yeah, fractured my right elbow and my left wrist.
Oh my God. Okay, we have 3 more questions. So there is one.
So this is my face in pain.
Yes. Hello.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Ninos Mikelidis from Greece.
Yes.
You spoke about your relationship with the directors, but I would like to know regarding the scripts. How much do you get involved, especially in scripts that have to do with people and not the ones about just special effects and things like that? How much do you get involved? And do you think there was the other day a commentary here by a scriptwriter from America that films like the one we are going to see today, it's getting very difficult to show them in cinemas, and the number that are being shown is slowly cut down. Do you feel like that you have this in America, that it's difficult to see independent films in cinemas, only in other kinds of on DVDs and
for sure. I think I mean, look, if the industry was easy, I think everybody would do it. And there's always going to be challenges in film. And I don't think film is going anywhere. I think cinema goers are the cinema goers, and I think it is challenging to get smaller films made. And is there a platform for that? Yeah, but it's gotten smaller. I think perhaps television, at least in the States for sure, and even in Europe, that television has gotten so strong from when I grew up. Television was quite silly from where I come from. And then now it's taken very, very seriously, and that's where all the wonderful character dramas are going. I think the scripts are, you know, the foundation and the beginnings of any great storytelling. And I think it comes from Greek mythology, where we keep telling these same 12 stories over and over again in different ways. And yeah, but that from Wind River, that's was a very important script to me, and being a very important character to me. And then we had a wonderful director to help tell that story together as a community of people. And where it goes, I don't know. I think people have an appetite for something that stimulates their brain, stimulates their heart, makes them think something different, makes them feel something different before they bought that ticket, whether it cost them $5 or that cost them $15. And I think that's the kind of movies I like to do. Don't get me wrong, I love to entertain people. I love to do big movies that are escapism. But I also think there are audiences that are begging for something to escape and to learn and grow and feel and be connected with. I think everybody on this planet is connected through human emotion. Everybody feels human emotion. I don't care what language you speak, what color you are, what creed you are, what gender you are, it does not matter, but we all feel human emotion. And that, a lot of times, is expressed through films, a lot of times through independent film. I do not go to the theaters very often. It's a little tricky for me. I have to go at certain hours, and I haven't found the time in the last handful of years since I've had my child to spend 2 hours to go sit down and watch. I watch documentaries when the baby goes to bed, things like that. I read nonfiction. I play the drums. Things like that.
Jana Podskalská, one more time.
Ještě do Podskalská. Já bych se vrátila pardon.
All right, gotcha.
Hi. Ještě jedna otázka navíc. Já se zastavím u toho, že jste říkala, že máte malou dcerku a že sám teď nemáte moc času se dívat na filmy, ale zajímalo by mě, jestli jste přísný otec a jestli jí dovolíte se na něco dívat, případně jestli se díváte s ní, nebo jestli s ní trávíte nějakým jiným způsobem čas. Děkuji.
Yeah. She's allowed limited time to watch, Trolls or Moana or, little kids, Pixar kind of movies that are entertaining. And I love those sorts of films, so I've seen those probably about 100 times a piece. But that's about it. I have TVs in the house, but they're never on. I just feel like that's inputting things. We like to output at our house, to do things, be active, whether it's at the piano or on a trampoline or swimming or attacking motor skills and fine motor skills, stimulating the brain, winning and losing, overcoming things. Giving confidence to a child is really important. It's hard to do that when they're just sitting in front of a TV. I want to give my young little girl a lot of confidence and power of choice. And that's all I work on all the time with her.
Thank you.
And by the way, I'm pretty entertaining, so I could just entertain her. I don't have to I'll dance around.
Can I?
Sure.
Koukala Express again. After the Hurt Locker, you've started to care about military people and soldiers. Mm-hmm. Do you have any plans in this area for what you the trips about landmines or some charity?
On this trip?
No, I mean, is there some plans in this area about military area that you want to do, or do you have some plans about it?
Yeah, I've done it in the past, and will continue to do it. And we work with United Nations and Unmasked to demine fields in Afghanistan. And it's great to see the outcome of what that does by demining old fields with old mines and old ordnance. Saves kids, saves farmers, and then crops grow. It's ended up being a wonderful result. I have only so much time in one day, and I accomplish a lot in one day. And I worry about it the next day and what I can accomplish that day. It's hard for me to plan very far ahead in my life. All I can think about in the future is enjoying the day today and tomorrow and the next day, and then flying home to get to my little baby. That's what I can think about currently. So that's what I can plan for, darling. That's about it. But I'll do all I can. And I can do a lot.
Thank you very much. Okay, but it has to be the question, because it's a last question. It has to be the question, the essence of essence.
No pressure whatsoever.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, dude. That is a terrible thing to say. You can ask anything you want. I don't care.
So pressure. Oh, wait. My name is Matthew. So, as you say, you are entertainment. So, can you sing for us about your superpowers? That song cover Ed Sheeran.
I totally can.
Yeah?
I can. And I totally won't. Maybe you'll find me on a piano later on tonight if I have more Czech water in me. I get a little loose, perhaps. We'll see what happens. But I thank you for the opportunity to say no.
Okay, Nick, but only it's because. But you can just shout it, I'll repeat it.
Do you know, is there a title for the next Bourne movie?
I'm sorry, what?
Is there a title? I think Is there a title for the next Bourne movie?
The Bourne, I don't know. I have no idea what's happening. Yeah.
Bourne, I don't know. I'll take that as the answer.
Yeah. I'm totally not sure what's happening. Yeah, that's not my decision to make. I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a long sort of program ahead of Mr. Renner. There is a screening at 3 o'clock, right?
Yes,
of The Wind River at the Grand Hall. There's a KVIFF talk immediately after that, also at the Grand Hall. And he also has to receive the President's Award tomorrow. So,
all right, yes.
Thank you very much for your attention and for being here, and the same for Jeremy Renner. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you all very much. Appreciate it.